Akuphela amandla, akuphela andlo, siphokamise misi, siwamkele mna, siwamkele. Yesu, 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 Yesu nakhala umphefumulo. Jesus. Akumnyama. Yama. Makungabikho. Makungabikho. Jesus. Eyokusahlula nawe. Eyokusahlula nawe.
Manthathe lithuba sicela okokuba xa sizawuqalisa, as we're about to begin to pray. We last met here in 2017, and today we have come to gather again in the same place. And so it is very much crucial that we invite God, we invoke the presence of the Holy Spirit, so that whatever that we do, God will journey with us. Mbonge Yehova mphefumulo wami, Yehova Thixo wami umkhulu kakhulu, uvathiswe ngodumo nangobukhulu. Mbonge Yehova mphefumulo wami, ungalibali lonke uncedo lwakhe, oxolela zonke inkohlakalo zakho, ophilisa zonke izifo zakho, okhulula ubomi bakho ekutshabalaleni, okuphahlayo ngezibele nangenceba, okholisa umlomo wakho ngokulungileyo, buthi ubutsha bakho buhlaziywe njengokhozi. Bulelani kuYehova ngokubelungile, ngokubele bakhe bunginaphakade. Mabatsho abakhulwe nguYehova, abakhulu esandleni sotshaba. Wababuthe emazweni, empumalanga nasentshonalanga, enode nasesude. Bathi belambile, benxaniwe. Umphefumulo wawo unzima ngaphakathi kwabo. Balilela kuYehova ebunzimeni babo, wabahlangule ekucinezelweni kwabo. Waza wabakhokela ngendlela elungileyo ukuze baye kumzi wokuhlala. Makubulele kuYehova, bubele bakhe nemimangaliso yakhe konyana babantu. May we please rise and sing together. Elaculo 116 siculo likatata uTiosoka, lizalisa idinga lakho. Thixo Nkosi yenyaniso, zonke inhlanga, zonke izizwe mazizuze usindiso. Thixo Nkosi yenyani, niso zonke inhlanga, zonke izizwe mazizuze, mazizuze usindiso. amatolo kwelizwe makakho bephambi kwa sithi songilwe siluxele seloxe lodumo lwa la 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 Nkosi ye kosangawe kosangawe ukonwa ngesiphithiphithi sethu yonake emehla bona izwe lakho wethu oxole lisono sam ungayithobi nqumbo yakho loselo fosapolwa yala Nkosi yala Nkosi singathe imfundiso seswila sifuse sife inyaniso inyanesoya bona izwe lakowe uxole lisono sa ungayithobi nqumbo ya luze lufe loselo fosapho bona izwe lakho wethu lisono salo ungayithobi nqumbo yakho loselo lufosapho simingenyawo njalo as we remain standing. We will have a silent prayer for now, just to remember those comrades who have fallen between the conference of 2017 and today's conference. Some were part of the last conference, and they wished to be part of this conference. And so it is only by the grace of God that you are in this room and standing here before God. Let alone that in some moments we take it for granted kodwa kungenxa yobaba lolikaThixo. And so ilento kufuneka into ba xa sikule ndawo ukwazi ukuthi enkosi Thixo ngoba nisaphila. Ngoba bekunganqabanga nto okokuba ngeyingenguwe lo esimncwabile. It's worse in the past 2 years. Kodwa kwathi noba iCovid beyafika nakuwe, kodwa uThixo wakusindisa. And so at this moment, as we remember those comrades, I want you to take a deep moment and think about some of them. And we salute them. Ngoba bona sele bengaphesheya. Kodwa umnqweno nenzondelelo yethu ngoba nathi singabi nakwaliwa mhla kwafika lo mini. Ilonto ke kubalekile okokuba namhlanje xa simi phambi koThixo sikwazi ukuthi siyakubulela Thixo ngobomi babo. Cele ke sithathe nje lo mzuzu omfutshane wokuthi cwaka phambi kukaThixo. Sicela okokuba situle icaps singamadoda nemqwazi kuze sithi cwaka sithi nqunqama phambi kwenkosi. Sicela kwena njengoThixo kokuba wamkele kuwe imiphefumulo yabo. Bakukhanyisele ngokhanyiso olungacimiyo. Bawethu oyingcwele nonguyise wenkosi yethu ngeyesu Kristu. Nkosi eyingcwele sikhethe Nkosi ukuma ngenyawo. Ngoba Nkosi sinika uzuko nembeko kuwe njengoThixo. Nangu Nkosi lombutho somandla owaqalwa Nkosi ngamadoda awayekoyika wena njengoThixo. Madoda Nkosi ayethi Nkosi xa emi phambi kwakho agodole Nkosi eyingcwele. Mbutho Nkosi namandla waqalwa ngomama Nkosi eyingcwele. Kwathi noba kunzima kodwa Nkosi omama uSharlotte Maxeke bema ngenyawo. Sikwixesha elinjalo Nkosi eyingcwele lokokuba kwakhona Nkosi eyingcwele kuphinde somandla omama bafana noDibora beme ngenyawo. Siza kuwe Nkosi enamandla sithi Nkosi nangu umbutho kaTata Dube Nkosi enamandla ulanga libalele. Nangu Nkosi umbutho kaSifako Magatho Nkosi eyingcwele. Nangu Nkosi eyingcwele mbutho somandla wawukhokelwa ngabefundisi Nkosi enamandla. Abathi Nkosi enamandla bema phambi kwakho. Omfundisi Mahabane Nkosi enamandla bengenanhloni bekhokhela isizwe simnyama. Ngoku Nkosi eyingcwele silapha Nkosi ICC. Nqweno nenzondelelo yethu Nkosi inkomfa Nkosi eyingcwele zawuba robust kodwa Nkosi eyingcwele ibe noxolo. Nqweno nomthandazo wethu Nkosi eyingcwele inkomfa Nkosi ezawuxoxa hayi ngeziqu kodwa Nkosi ngepolicies zokuphakamisa umuntu omnyama. Inkomfa Nkosi esiyinqwenelayo inkomfa Nkosi eyingcwele ezawuthi Nkosi xa iphuma Nkosi enamandla abantu Nkosi baseDuncan Village abantu Nkosi bakwaPain abantu Nkosi baseMount Frere abantu Nkosi baselibode abantu Nkosi enamandla baselwa North, abantu Nkosi eyingcwele abahlala kwindawo ngendawo Nkosi eStagsprate Nkosi eyingcwele, bonke abo bantu Nkosi eyingcwele kwindawo zonke abakuso Nkosi enamandla balindele Nkosi okubana bevuba bazawuphakanyiswa kanjani. Ingathi ndiyababona Nkosi enamandla abantu Nkosi boCraddock Nkosi eyingcwele, abantu boMakhanda Nkosi enamandla, abantu boSomerset East Nkosi eyingcwele behleli Nkosi enamandla besithi inkomfa ihleli phezu kolwandle nathi sizawukhunjulwa Nkosi enamandla. Abantu Nkosi eyingcwele badiniwe Nkosi eyingcwele into yokuba Nkosi umbutho Nkosi kaThamba ubongo weziqu, kodwa Nkosi umthandazo wethu ngoba Nkosi eyingcwele ngoku make kuphakame Nkosi ukuphakanyiswa komuntu omnyama, i-development yomuntu omnyama Nkosi eyingcwele, umhlaba ubuyele kubanini babo Nkosi eyingcwele, umnotho Nkosi enamandla ke kuyeke ukuglorify ipoverty Nkosi eyingcwele, kodwa ngoku Nkosi eyingcwele wonke umuntu akaphakanyiswa endlaleni. Siza kuwe Nkosi enamandla, sisithi Nkosi eyingcwele sincede Nkosi enamandla, ngoba Nkosi kusekho abantu abamnyama Nkosi abasela amanzi nenkomo negusha nehagu Nkosi enamandla. Aba bantu balindile uba le nkomfa izawuthini kubo. Kusekho abantu Nkosi eyingcwele abanabantwana Nkosi enamandla abathi Nkosi eyingcwele bafundele phansi Nkosi eyingcwele kamabhodlo netoilet Nkosi enamandla esingena ungena mntu Nkosi enamandla. Sicela wena njengoThixo okokuba Nkosi eyingcwele ukhe Nkosi usimise ecaleni thina ke kuphakame Nkosi abantu abahluphekileyo. Sicela wena njengoThixo Nkosi enamandla okokuba kawenze Nkosi umahluko kule conference Nkosi eyingcwele. Ke siyeke Nkosi okokuba Nkosi beyi-talk shop Nkosi eyingcwele, kodwa Nkosi sekuphume Nkosi inkokheli esizawucinga Nkosi enamandla ngabantu abangenanto, abantu abangena connections, abantu abangena networks, abantu Nkosi eyingcwele abasimpula sikalujaca. Sicela wena njengoThixo ngoba Nkosi eyingcwele sazalwa sinobuntu, ngoku Nkosi eyingcwele buyabulahleka ngokulahleka. Sicela wena Nkosi eyingcwele xa sithanda sasikule ndawo okokuba wena njengoThixo sincede Nkosi enamandla uvuyiselele izazela zethu ngokokutsha. Nali Nkosi elibandla elihlangene kule ndawo Nkosi eyingcwele uze wenze Nkosi umahluko ukuze Nkosi eyingcwele wonke umuntu olapha Nkosi enamandla. Are we a generation Nkosi eyingcwele that is going to fail? Are we a generation Nkosi eyingcwele that will see the death of the ANC? No, 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 never. Usungavumi Nkosi eyingcwele, usungavumi Nkosi enamandla, usungavumi Nkosi enamandla, usungavumi Thixo wethu oyingcwele. Usuncede Nkosi enamandla ukuma kwethu kule ndawo silila phambi kwakho. Wena njengoThixo usuncede le ndawo esikuyo. Sikuthembile Nkosi eyingcwele kawenze le ndawo ifane nalaa ndawo uMoses awathi xa isondela kuyo wathi kuye khulula imbadada zakho ngoba le ndawo kuyingcwele Nkosi enamandla. Sikuthembile Nkosi eyingcwele awuzange washiyana kanye. There were moments Nkosi eyingcwele when even our forefathers thought that this is the end. But Nkosi eyingcwele, whenever there's an end, when are you begin anew? Nangoku Nkosi eyingcwele we believe not in death but in resurrection. Ngoba Nkosi eyingcwele siphume ePaskeni wena njengenkosi yethu wavuka. Nangoku Nkosi enamandla kuzawuqhaphuka Nkosi eyingcwele wena njengoThixo kuze Nkosi kudana uSathana. Wena njengoThixo ume ngenyawo kule nkomfa. Zonke izinto sizicela kuwe njengoThixo. Sinethemba elikhulu obuzawusenzela Nkosi, ke sithembe wena masingaze sidaniswe. Okristu Nkosi yethu, amen. Bawo wethu osezulwini ma bongcwele igama lakho bukumkani bakho mabufike intando yakho mayenziwe emhlabeni nje ngokuba isenziwa ezulwini ma siphe namhlanje isonka sethu semihla ngemihla usixolele izono zethu nje ngokuba nathi sixolela abo bahasona yothina ungasingenisi ekuyendweni sisindise kohlaka kalweni kuba bokumngani bobo bakho te kube ngunapha hakate mini udumiso malubekho kuye uyisena kuye unyana kunjalo kwasekuqalekeni kunjalo kaloku nje uyaphumana kuba njalo kude kube kunaka. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Mine, Chair, is just to read the scripture for today's devotions, and after that I will definitely sit down. And thank you very much, Kumfundisi Mantini, for the prayer. Chair, sele we observile I protocol elapha. We have established it very well. Mine is just to observe the protocol. Masilfumane ilizwi lethu kule ncwadi yeDeuteronomy ngesahluko sesibini. Sifunde nje le verse yesithathu in the interest of time. Incwadi yeDeuteronomy chapter 2, we read only verse 3. Kukho amazwi afundeka ngolu hlobo. Kukade nijikeleza lentaba. Bhekani ngasentla. Ilizwi likaThixo eliyinkosi mayisikelele ukufundwa kwalo. Ngoku kuthi kube kunaphakade. Amen. Libali esilaziyo eli. Luhambo lwamaSirayeli olusuka eJiphuta lusinge kwilizwe libaleka amasi nobusi. Ngoku bakwintaba yeHorebe. Uthi unobalisa bazifumene bekule ntaba for unyaka wonke bejikeleza. I don't know what that means in Ngongo. Kodwa unyaka wonke they were circling around this mountain yaseHorebe. ufika uThixo ake wathi omnye umculi endandimmamela ufika ekseni azokunika amandla amatsha athi kubo kukade nijikeleza lentaba nyukelani bhekani ngasentla apha ekuhambeni kwabo besuka eyiphutha bebheka eKanani babe nexesha whether by design or by mistake yokuzibona sebejikelezana nale ntaba without indlela yokuphuma baqhubekeke nohambo lwabo. And allow me to say, dear members of the African National Congress present here, akhona amaxesha nakobethu bomi bokuzibona sijikeleza intaba and having stopped uhambo ebesijamelene nabo. Mandehle sihlalo ngelithi iOrebe le was not their destination, but it was a temporary place. Bekufuneke okokuba bathatha ugqadu lokugqitha. Yole ntathu uThixo xa ebafumana belapha kule ntaba athi kubo ukade ngoku nijikeleza intaba. Nyukani ninyukele ngasentla. Ingozi esinayo is to sometimes want to stay eHorebe. Kanti asibekelwanga okokuba size eHorebe. Uhambo luyaqhubekeka lubheka eKanani apho kuyiwa khona. And at times bane temptation yokuzibona sifuna uba comfortable apha eHorebe ngenxa yokokuba izinto esidibene nazo endleleni. Masikhumbule oba aba bantu before bazofika apha eHorebe bake badibana nezinto apha endleleni mhlawumbe eziye zaboyikisa into yoba akuzulungu okokuba masiqhubekeke sibheke phambili, and therefore let us settle here. Kodwa uThixo uthi kubo bhekani ngasentla. Kuba asinayo uThixo wezinto ezisemazantsi, sinoThixo wezinto ezingasentla. And always uThixo xa eza kwenza into he invite us oba sisuke kule ndawo esihleli kuyo kodwa sizame ukuza ngasentla. Eyona nto ayithethayo apha kwaba bantu uThixo is that phambi koba uhambo liqhubeke kuzawufuneka oba sisuke amazantsi entaba size ngasentla. God invite us okoba sisuke kule ndawo sikuyo sizame ukubheka ngasentla. Ngoba izinto zikaThixo ziphezu kwentaba ukuzanyanise umculi xa ethi sawuthi xa sifike phezu kwentaba sisela amanzi ovuyo. And as long as uba singekafika entabeni, let us strive okokuba sinyukele ngasentla. Sinyukele ngasentla. God invite us as this conference okoba let us work very hard that we change. It is a call for us to change the direction. It is a call for us to have a meaningful conversation. It is a call for us to journey well eluhambeni. And I invite you, all of you who are present here, okokuba ngoku kukade sijikeleza intaba, whatever mountain we have been circling, lixesha ngoku lokokuba sinyukele ngasentla. NgoKristu inkosi yethu, amen.
Masi bulele kubefundisi bethu ngokusivula le nkomfa asinike ithemba. Inkosi jabulela kulo mfundisi, inkosi kakhulu mngcono. Comrades, before we continue with our program, it is customary that we start by adoption of a conference program and standing rules. ngethemba kuba wonke umuntu unayo lento awaphambi kwakhe lencwadi kule ncwadi ke maqabane kukho abantu abathi zawucela phaya abantu abathi abanayo ke nincedise ngoba abantu abathana bazayifumana comrades niyayazi ba ikho yonto intsha leyo that before we start we must adopt the draft called provincial council rules and the program emveni koko ke sizowumamela ukuvulelwa kwethu ne messages of support and everything. So let's start with the conference rules. I shall read them. Uba ukhona umuntu ofuna uncedisa kule nto yohanjiswa kwezinto ancedise toko abantu bangena banwaye ngathi nguluntu ufuna iprogram nawe luntu yeah into na i-order le yakho oh imani maqabuta yo-order ukhona umuntu one microphone abanike uluntu kuthiwa ayikho so awukwazi ndikumamela uyakwazi ukhwaza.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Luntu Sokutu, and I am from the ANC Youth League. Chair, I am rising to move that we accept the program and accept the draft rules of procedure with a slight amendment, Chair, on bullet point number 9. On bullet point number 9, which reads as follows. There will be howling, hissing, or booing of speakers allowed. So I want to amend that sentence to say or read, there will not be howling, hissing, or booing of speakers allowed. Donqena ke Chair uba senzele umsebenzi nzima la disciplinary committee athi umuntu xa esiwa pha athi no on the rules of procedure that we agreed on, booing and hissing was allowed. With that slight amendment, Chair, I move that we accept the program and the rules of procedure, including the code of conduct. Thank you very much.
Apha yamathole hayi kaloku le ndawo uhleli kuyo kubhalwe amathole uxolo comrade kuba ke ngoku iyatshintsha ibe yi-OR Tambo. EP microphone. Comrades, can I note these hands and want to really beg you comrades to allow us to start. I wanted to respond to that, but let me hear what these hands. Uphula umuntu phatha microphone. Ukhona umuntu olapha kufutshane apha emva kwezi cameras onesandla esiphakamileyo i-microphone. And then isandla sesibini sinento emnyama siphakamileyo phaa. And then sesithathu sibe nisithi silapha kule ndawo yasamathole. Sihlile isandla besilapha naso ecam kwakho. Nkosi.
Thank you so very much, Comrade Chair. Uyase OR Tambo, Sub-Regional Senyandeni, Ward 21, Dr. Felix Nkunjane Branch. On a quick one, Chair, the second as a state, Sivela Sahlaba Ngqo, Esikhonkosini, as well to that bullet or to that point, ibi edit or amend whatever language, but esincedisayo to welcome and adopt. Thank you.
Okay, so you second with the amendment made. Sikhona isandla besilapho kufutshane naso simnakome ngenyawo.
Enkosi sihlalo uSimthembile kamchazo Tukuza Hill branch eNgquza Hill sub-region eOR Tambo ndiphakamela ukungqinela lamuntu omtsha ubephakamile nesi state esiphambi kwami uba masiyamkele le program as it is silungise nje la no ebengekho enkosi
Ngosi delegate ikhona umuntu wokugqibela nanixola maqabane ukole nto indiphandlayo apha ndiyayiqonda wena biyandilungiselela baba bingekho ngengabonakali kakuhle nam kodwa ke ngoku ndibonga ndinganiboni nini.
Thank you very much. Che. Uchoto, OR Tambo, Port St. John sub-region. Che, I'm covered. State say ANC Youth League. Nalo comrade waseNgquza bethetha apha. Masilungise nje la amendment. Siqhube otherwise siyavumelana nayo. Thank you very much.
Enkosi maqabane ndizawucela kulama comrade uqala pha kuluntu uye makule yokugqibela ebe proposer into yokuba si adopte le program as it is avumelane nam into yokuba kuyafunyanzela kube khona i-slight amendment unational chairperson kufuneka ehambile uyacela into yokuba siqale ngaye now sigqiba iadopta ke lento ngolhlobo ime ngayo kuyanyanzeleka ndibuyele kuni because kaloku once iadoptwa ndikwazi uyitshintsha unilaterally ngokunokwam but ndifuna uqala kulama comrade beproposer uba ayamkele as national chair and then emveni koko it's going to flow ngolhlobo ibhalwe ngayo luntu maniqale kuwe njengomuntu obeproposile uthi ke ba uyavumelana nam ndikhangela amaqabane noba uphakamise nje wathi ndiyavuma sikungena kuyo.
Thanks, Chair. The amendment is welcomed by the ANC Youth League for our national chair to address as you have proposed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The comrades that raise, you are fine. You are fine. You are fine. Thank you very much, comrades. That was so, comrades. The conference program and standing rules have been adopted. We are now. Susabalasa, Susabalasa, Sabalasa, Susabalasa, 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 Susabalasa. Because normally sabala, so 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 sabala, Amanda. Amanda! 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 Comrades, you can't continue singing. Comrades, masibambeni. Dr. Khubusana, Amanda. Comrades, masibambeni. Comrades from Dr. Khubusana at the top, masibambeni. Comrades, siyacela comrades. If we start the conference in a wrong footing, iyakonaka lokho koko. We will give enough time for singing. But kai miswa ingoma, just a courtesy of it. Siyacela abantu ba behavior, sibambe maqaba. There will be enough time, comrades. Comrades, let me take this opportunity to call upon the national chairperson of the African National Congress, Comrade Gwede Mandashe, to address us.
Amanda. 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 Awethu. Matla. Aruna. All power. Phambili nge-ANC, phambili. Phambili nge-Communist Party, phambili. Phambili nge-COSATU, phambili. Phambili ngeSango, phambili. Phambili nge-Veterans League, phambili. Phambili nge-Women's League, phambili. Phambili nge-Youth League, phambili. Phambili nge-Eastern Cape, phambili. Comrades, yabona mos, well, kodwa into emandi kukuthi zii-delegates ze-NEC ezideployiwe apha akho stampede
sabantu abavuka babelapha bengathunywanga apha. 2, masise imbeko kusihlalo wakhe zonke i-official zakhe zonke i-members zePeace i-leadership ye-regions ngokwahlukana kwazo abanikazi bale conference i-delegates to conference. Now kandisakele mbeko ndisa kwi-leagues zombutho zabe ndizibalile siqala nge-Veterans League size ngomama size ngolutsha siye kwi-alliance partners zethu iparty iCOSATU having a provincial conference here today, having gone through many challenges. Many of the challenges, comrades, reflected serious divisions in the province that are basically unnecessary. I can tell you, most observant, that Jonga, as officials, has caused zonke apha. Zinhlanu sengoveni ngoku. Nazibe lapha zonke. And i-officials zinhlanu ndiyazazi. Okwesibini uba zimbini, it means i-process ye-conference yokuread i-political report, i-organizational report and financial report ayizukwenzeka. Now silapha abo bantu funa badeliver eza report zoyi-3 apha funa babe lapha bonke. 2, ndijonga i-NEC le ndiyayibona kayingaphelelanga i-PC ndingwalapha mos ndiyanazi anikho apha noko bakhona abantu endingababoniyo apha. Now that is a reflection of what we for the conference, and that is what we should be rectifying in the conference. You know, comrades, kukwinto entsha mos apha ku-ANC where comrades celebrate disenfranchisement of branch delegates at various levels. Think that the conference is a conference of 70%. No. 70% is a threshold. And as one getting from rule 6 mama, at least 50% must be women. La at least means if there are more than 50%, there is no objection and you can't reverse that. That's it. Now lapha kwi-delegates a-conference, xa kusithiwa i-threshold ngu-70%, it means conference that is attended by 100% of delegates. So, if silwela into yoba bangezi abantu econferencini endaweni yoba silwela uba beze econferencini, there is something counter-revolutionary about that. Delegates from the branches must come, but I support the process, Comrade Lamula. The people who manipulate processes must be dealt with. Because those people who manipulate processes put branch delegates at risk. Now, comrade, we belong together and we must rebuild the ANC together. We must develop a content of the ANC together. We cannot be divided by conferences. You know, ANC, there's one thing that we know. Silele, Yabana National Conference, siyayazi that on year 5, on the 16th of December to the 20th of December is a national conference. Uba Silis was a conference, it means every 5 years we must fight. What kind of an organization is that? Here in the province, after every 4 years, there must be a conference. We can't fight every year. So the point I'm making is that beyond the conferences, we must be in the ANC together. It doesn't start beyond the ANC. That's why, comrade, when we contest one another, we contest, that is allowed in the ANC. But when we contest, we're not enemies of one another. We're contesting, people have different options, people have different choices, and they are allowed to actually express their views. But as you express your views, uba uthi kwawukhetha umuntu ongeyo choice yakho uthi ngxe, you must know that something is wrong with you. That's why xa amacomrade becontestana in a conference, xa ku-announce results, i-comrade engayiwinanga i-conference has a duty and an obligation to go up the stage and congratulate the comrade Iketway. Now, you are sending a message to delegates that, listen, this was not war, it was a contest, there were different choices, but delegates have decided to select a particular choice. We must appreciate, comrade, as members of the ANC, something that is disappearing, that this society doesn't owe us anything. Sevana must comrade. This society, as Owishindo, half the time, I'm talking to you as delegates, we think that it starts and ends with the ANC. Can't be. We owe that society quality of services that we promised. So we have a local government election and we did very badly. It's not because people all of a sudden hate the ANC, it's because we are not connecting with society. Thina bathunywa be-ANC sine arrogance, i-ego yethu igcwalisa indlu, and the arrogance switches off all the people in society who believe in the ANC. The conference, Comrade Chair, I got the resolution, which I think it will have time to. How are we going to reconnect with society? If we give people quality service, we'll recover the lost trust. Yaman was not able to do trust deficit. Trust deficit. So good kuna shortage about trust between us and society. That trust deficit is an outcome of arrogance in dealing with society. Yabona mos, xa uhamba kwenye idolobhi zethu, if you drive straight, you get a ticket, because you can only drive straight if you are drunk, because of the extent of potholes. So driver, if you drive straight, traffic will be a ticket, because you can't drive straight unless you have you are drunk. And how does society trust us in that kind of a situation? Society cannot trust us. So we must improve that. For example, after the 2021 elections, I thought every town and every city, ANC will take it in that say, one of the first things we should do, we must fill these potholes. To basic, and taking a man's, and getting electricity, and getting basic needs, potholes, in challenge, the appearance of the town, iphetwe yi-ANC. Funeka kubonakala nge-appearance uba yeyiphethe i-ANC apha, but it's the opposite. Now, uyabona le nto kuthiwa corruption. All of us we have accepted by corruption isigqibile, siphele corruption. Corruption is a function of treating society with disdain. Chukuthi i-society awuyikhathalelanga. Uba, you know, enye ixeko phaa kuthi elalini, Comrade Lamula, lithi kum amabhulu ayesiba kodwa amabhulu bakuthiwa kunebhajethi yendlela ebeyenza indlela abe yi-2% ukwenzela anikwe i-allocation yokugqibezela thina siba ingabikho indlela nebhajethi iphele now that is disdain esitritha ngayo isociety amakomrades amadola azawenza ndake ndaye ngapha eXhorha indawo endithanda ukuya kuyo leyo kwakwindlela apha igqityiwe ngoku eyahlala for minutes kuthiwa sisigqebhezana kuthiwa sisikathula because siyenze half asayigqiba xa izawuvulwa comrade premier xa izawuvulwa yazi kwathiwani kwathathwa ipremier of the time neminister zafakwa kwihelicopter zowubekwa kwindawo ethile zafike bakhatha iribhoni baphinda bemka ngehelicopter uyabona abayiboni bale ndlela ifiki apha ngapha ngento yenziwanga kwenziwe esiqwanaqwana bazowumiswa basika iribhoni apha all the time abantu bacabona ikhona indlela apha funeka ke abantu basematsholo boyijonga laa ndlela yemadwaleni. That is the road I'm talking to. Now, in the Eastern Cape, comrade, the ANC is a governing party up. And this is a capacity we must protect. You know, if local government elections were national and provincial elections, we wouldn't be governing Gauteng now. By Gauteng, in the province, we are governing by one majority. Not majority, one majority. We govern by one majority there. It tells us that we are in trouble. We are on our back foot. Our back is against the wall. Something must be done to actually correct that situation. Now, this province must protect the right to govern. I'm having a program of talking to all the kingdoms here. I visited 6 of the 7, all of them. Now, I'm having one left, and I can explain why it is left. It's because even a bereavement twice. Now, ANC, you can't have a meeting of significance. Komkhulu kubhujiwe kungekahlanjwa sibheki andiniyazi moslona uba ngaba uyaqhuba nje wenza meeting kodwa asikahlanjwa ibheki funeka uyazi bikhona iproblem comrades. Now, and I will undertake that visit yala kumkanishekileyo ndiyicele ukuthi sifuna ukubuya. What is it, Comrade Chairperson, that we are doing there? First thing, let me make this note. All these visits, very few ANC people are represented. Very few. Now, if we are in a kingdom, kugcwala inkosi, ANC ingabikho, it means there are principles esizilibeleyo. The first principle is that we are a leader of society. Uba leader of society, kodwa kakudityaniswe abantu komkhulu asiyithina. Yebule society ilindile. Okwesibini, silibele a very important principle yokuthi ANC must be located among the people. Noba ngobani. Apho kudibena abantu khona, ANC mayibe khona. Now, uba ayi ANC, I can tell you, Comrade Chairperson, ukuthi at least in the OR Tambo region, in 3 kingdoms, the ANC was represented. In other regions, there was no ANC. There was no ANC, except one person, Kobungani Mamakhabe. Now, uba kunjalo, comrade, ANC is what it should rebuild, ukuthi it is a leader of society, it must be rooted among the people. And that means any kind of meeting in society, ANC must be there in ANC colors, don't hide it. Now, and this is about a very important issue. They are about providing society with information regarding i-seismic surveys ezibesenzelwandle zasitotshwa icourt. Now, why is it important? Because Eastern Cape has a lot of potential to be a gas complex head office. And that project is linked to the LNG that we're developing in Nelson Mandela, LPG project, and those projects must connect. Now, because the development of this province, comrade, is urgent. In July, one of the things I revealed riot and its members was that we have not tampered with the apartheid architecture of the economy. 50% of the GDP of the country is in 2 provinces. It means that architecture, the apartheid of the 3 legs, Gauteng, Natal, Western Cape, we have not tampered with that. It is a serious indictment against the ANC. Therefore, initiatives in the province to develop the province must be taken serious. Yesterday, we were in Limpopo. We gave them the same message. We're launching a dump truck there that is not using fuel, but it is using hydrogen cells to move. And we said it creates an opportunity for us to develop a particular version of the economy in Limpopo. We will be drilling for petrol, for oil, in the Northern Cape before the end of the year. It is tampering with that architecture. And I'm appealing to you, comrade. The gas development in the Eastern Cape require your support. So, this talk to you, comrade, that if we don't develop this province and grow it quickly, we will not reduce the risk in the economy. It means we can be disrupted in 2 provinces and collapse the economy. Now, and this talk to delegates in this conference. These delegates cannot fight to death on the basis of elections. Let me repeat this. You're all delegates here. There's almost nengoma saying, yabona mos ngawujonga ngapha ecaleni kuzakwenzeka into enkulu kakhulu now if that is what we're here for, we're crying in a wrong funeral. Siyalila sonke semnqabe no wrong kodwa siyalila yo. You can't have a conference that is focusing on elections. The conference must focus on policy discussions. You are lucky you are holding your conference after the policy papers for the policy conference have been released. That should be the preoccupation of the conference. So that Eastern Cape Kaifiwa Policy Conference and the National Conference leads in terms of development of the content of the policy. Now, but ubani focus on no cat. Whoever will say in the winile a celebrate, it's a hollow victory. Empty, 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 empty. Because it will mean that out of this conference, we'll have no program for that new leadership. We'll not know what we are expecting of that new leadership. Policies determine program for an elected leadership. So I'm appealing to you, let's spend our time on policies and the content of those policies. Now, out of this conference, comrade, we're going to need something like courage. Courage, define ngomnyumfu holiday, comrade chair. Uti, courage is the management of and the triumph over fear. That is courage. Abantu kuthi abaqinile apha baninzi abazazi abaqinileyo. Kuthi brave. How brave, it doesn't mean that you're weak. But it means how so eager you triumph over that fear and continue doing things abantu abacinga ufana zinakwenziwa. And that is courage. We'll need that because it is this definition that defines bravery over cowardice. My conclusion is that fighting one another as if there's no tomorrow, as if we're enemies of one another, is actually self-destructive. You mislead yourself and think that if a faction wins, then there is victory. Self-deceit. When ngokwakho you feel in your head, if victory engekho. If victory ekhoyo is selection of the best team to lead the province. Irrespective of which faction they belong, if that comrade is good, we elect him. If the other comrade is good, we elect that comrade. We put a team, because comrade, we elect collectives, but we never ask a single question, yokuthi, nansi le collective, individual members are collectives, what attributes do they bring to the collective? Dikhetwe nani apha? I-contribution yam in that team, what is the contribution I'm making in that team? Or am I just a fellow traveler? That's it. And in the way we go about with elections, we're going to have a big army of fellow travelers and very few people who carry the actual burden of leading the province. You see, when we're electing mayors, we started a process of interviewing candidates. Abanye bayabuza uba i-ANC ifuna abantu abafundileyo ngoku kwenzeka ntoni? No. I-ANC is starting a very painful process ekuthiwa yi-meritocracy. Election and selection in one exercise. You interview them, at least you check your qualification, you check your track record, you create the impression of good elements that will make success are there. Meritocracy. You elect and select in one process. But I know good ino's are very uncomfortable ngoba nina nisafuna i-show of hands. Nikhetha umeya ngokumthanda. Yabona? Now, the problem yomeya sibakhetha ngokuthanda half the time sikhetha dwarfs. Now, as dwarfs sesikhetha ngokuthanda, go to run the processes in the municipality and employ other dwarfs. Then umasipala collapse. Singayazi ba lo masipala collapse kanjani. Singa appreciate ukuthi isuka kula process yethu. Comrades. So, I'm appealing to you, comrade. let's begin to take it serious, ukuthi. Let's get a leadership at municipal level. Because yabona leadership municipal sithatha for granted. I-reality yokwenyani comrade kukuthi i-leadership is a pyramid. Top leadership of the organization is as good as branch leadership of the organization. Uba quick gaps in between, that top leadership is going to falter. La pyramid cool, there are few at top, more in the provinces, more in the regions, many in the branches. But funeka kube harmony kweza levels of leadership. Uba ayikho la harmony in the levels of leadership, that leadership is going to collapse. Now, so ayikho ke faction as strong okune ANC, comrades. Even if faction ethanda mna, you see, that faction is never stronger than the ANC. The ANC is stronger sonke. Yabona when ngigcwalisa iholo namhlanje. This reflects the strength of the ANC. Xa niyidivide iholo kwaphuma ngapha naphuma ngapha naphuma ngapha, funeka niyazi into yoba you are weaker divided. Now, and that faction has a limited capacity to rebuild the ANC. To believe that winning over faction winning is self-betrayal. You are betraying yourself. Ukholelwa kwinto engekhoyo. Uyayijonga ukholelwe, but irreal good, it does not exist. Awuzubana power on your own and you cut others out. Awuzubana power. Now, a strong and united ANC in the Eastern Cape, comrades, will send a message that there is an opportunity and a chance to revive the African National Congress nationally. Uba niphuma kule conference nithe sa. Funeka niyazi into yokuba even the slightest hope of renewing and rebuilding the ANC is going to disappear. Yabona mos, ndike ndiniva aba nizinike igama elibaluleke kakhulu uba niliphondo lengqwele. You are the province of the legends. Now, as legends, azikhuli mithini, zikhula kwi-process ze-organization, zivele. I always have a question. Members of NSA ziyayazi le question yam. Xa kusithiwa equality membership yethu weak, I always go back and ask the question. I do that in the NSA, I do that everywhere. The equality leadership injani? Because in membership, quantity, baninzi abantu beza apha nje recruit, abanye sibarecruitela nje conference. What do we do ka befikile? Do we throw punches into that quantity to convert it into quality? Or siyayeka nje simasikhala ngento yoba le membership week. Naba befundisi uba ngama method every Sunday bacula usiyakudumisa, every Sunday without exception. Uvela besiculiswa uba wothe sezulwini, uba wothe sezulwini kukufundiswa ukuthandaza, uba wothe sezulwini bawenza qho. Thina we recruit members singazifundeli ne-pledge, then come back and say le membership week izaba week asiyiceleli nge-ANC, siyibhale ephepheni. We must go back and take them through. Deyibona ke i-OR Tambo School, Comrade Lamula, very important. But you can't start ku grade 12 ungakangumenza ugrade A. Qala ku grade A ufundiswe grade A. Konto kuthiwa ngu-sub A. Uqala ku-sub A ufundiswe u-A liqanda elinomsila. Yabo. Qala ufunde loo nto uba liqanda linomsila. Yabona? Xa sifunde laa msila siwufake rongo, silungisa uba hayi awufakwa ngolu hlobo ujongiswe ezantsi ibe ngu-A. Asiyenzi le nto apha ku-ANC. But we come back together, says the leadership, sit, i-membership, i-weak. Ayikho weak la membership. I-leadership ayiwenzi umsebenzi wayo. Leadership ke ayingoRamaphosa. I-leadership iqale ebranchini. Ukufike apha sicampaigna siyagcwala yonke indawo thina. Ufike kucampaigna i-council. Ayivani nebranch. Ikhethwe le council. Ngose ikhethiwe. I-council ine-program yayo, i-branch neyayo i-program. Now, so I'm raising this thing, Comrade Uguti. Choices that we make in this conference will determine the future of the province and the future of the ANC. You can still engage. In my own view is that if you don't talk to one another, you are not going to come up with a united conference. And date. All of last week went down, I unions. And discover good, lie employer with those unions, don't talk to one another, they write letters to one another. Write letters to one another. For 2 months, buses striking. And we had to call them and force them to sit in a room and talk to one another. So each choices that you make in this conference will determine the future of this province and the future of the ANC. You can make choices to throw the province into disarray. You can make choices to pull the province together. You may force factions to talk to one another. Okay? You may force them. Somebody will have to impose that. But tetani. Okay? Now, leadership, comrade, and success are both a choice. Are you a mistake? It's a choice. The most unfortunate part is that many leaders and veterans of the movement, many of them display loss of hope. You know, an article in the Fund every day where could predict when the ANC is going to die. It's not the enemy that makes that prediction. It is us. I feel going to shake like Pele now. And many of us come to that conclusion because we dedicate all our time in developing a diagnosis of the problem. There's no effort to find solutions. And we limit our message to a negative one about ourselves. Uba ngaba we tell society, i-journalists they-enjoya laa nto. Uba uthi ka uthana i-journalist uthi, hey, kunzima apha. Ifile le nto sikuyo. And ngamaselonke apha. Sibhizi corruption ngamaselodwa apha. So forth. Each journalist like that, they replicate that message and begin to write the obituary of the ANC. That must change, comrades. That's why we must be able to say, yey kunzima. Endaweni ethile kubuya imali engaka sizayilandelela ngolu hlobo. Okay. Umuntu othile obenikwa responsibility uyityile imali ye-organization. Amapolisa sembophile. Ulamula semfakele i-NPA. Lo iya-prosecute. Sijonge i-conviction yalaa mntu. You don't deal with corruption ngoyishouta. You deal with corruption ngobamba, prosecute, and convict. Now, andazi noba le nto ibonwa ndim ndodwana, veterans. I-right wing ne-fascists are emboldened. They are on the offensive. Right wing and fascists are on the offensive. All of them. Anybody offering attention must insult the ANC. And we article says he 10 ngalomuntu because uthathe idecision insult ANC. Umuntu appointwa ANC to a board yase-Eskom. Uthi hayi yakula board lungisani lando. Afika athi no apho kuthi mazochayela umchamo we-ANC. Lo muntu uthi imessage asiqala yona uthi I have no responsibility because yi-ANC echamileyo. Kodwa appointwe lo muntu uyabhatalwa every time ese-meeting ne-board uyabhatalwa but akana responsibility because yi-ANC echamileyo. Anikwe i-coverage for 2 weeks ngaloo nto. Ngelo xesha lo muntu uthi ana-fiduciary duty as a board member. Xa siyigxotha i-board member enjalo kuthiwe oomantashe bagxotha i-board members. I-board member ithi andiyifuni inuclear kodwa ndifuna useva kwi-board ndiyigxotha mna. David uzawuba i-board njani into ongayifuniyo? Oh ndiyigxotha ndiyahamba. Uzasimosha eli xesha. Ndimnika ispace to protest and resist nuclear. But akanaba i-board ye-nuclear endithi kodwa utsho public uba akayifuni i-nuclear. Siyayifuna thina i-nuclear. Sifuna uyakha phaa ngaseBhayi, chairperson. Sifuna uyakha le nuclear first phaa ngaseBhayi siyakhe ibe ninzi kwalapha ibe khona. No. Sizawuthini uthi ke ngumuntu ongayifuniyo sithi makabe ku-board. Uyandijonga ukomenta abantu. Ndimgxotha thina simkhululisa yayikhululeka. Resist le nto kakuhle upha ngaphandle. Uzayiresta njani uyi-board member siplane nawe ubuye udevelop a counter strategy. Ayikho loo nto. Now, therefore, comrade, you know, into ekhoyo ngokuliswa kwa into deployment. By deployment, kuthiwa yi-cater development ANC. We are expected to forget few things. Ukuthi, in 1994, every head of department in South Africa was a white male. Every head of department, every mayor was a white male. Every DG was a white male. All of a sudden, we must forget that and say deployment is evil. Ukomrade Senzo, ukhona apha namhlanje, did a survey. Wafumanisa ukuba 65% abantu aba-appointed to strategic positions qualify. It means we have 65% success with deployment. Now, because of the 35% a problem, we must neglect the policy. Ngona nisafunda ke mna ke u-65% symbol C. Symbol C. Very important symbol, a very high symbol. Now, sino symbol C, with success the implementation deployment, kuthiwa masiyiyeke. Now, therefore we must build comrade on the positive and continue to rectify the negative. We build on the positive, we continue to rectify the negative. Now, we must never affirm ukuthi black means mediocrity. We must promote a black excellence. Bakhona abantu abamnyama aba excellent, who are doing well. Let's give them a chance to succeed and support them. Now, we are a movement of hope, comrades. We are a movement. We must reconnect with our people. We must apologize where it is necessary. But we must not retreat and fail to engage the re-emerging and emboldened fascist movement. Yabona masusteneze nosuka on the base of the Western Cape, amocho Ukraine. Afike pa akwele phezu kwentaba athukusele. And we must say thank you very much Policy papers are released. Let's read them, comrade. And now, all I can do now is to wish you a successful conference. Uyabona ke komnye unyaka apha Ntate Mabuyane ndake ndangu-Secretary General komnye unyaka. Le province yakho yasiwe court 12 times. Uyikhumbula loo nto? 12 times. We defended the ANC 12 times. We succeeded 12 times. Now, you don't take that for granted. You invest time and energy in the defense of the movement. Okay? The conference, maybe impumelelo, nimkapa nivana nonke. Niphume nake i-ANC strong. Thank you very much.
Kukho i-voting delegates eziphandle. Uyaqonda? So ezingena ndawo.
Yohlala apha.
Uyaqonda?
So you must create space. Ngiyayithanda ngoba usuka ngumuntu wonke umuntu uyawenzekile. Amanda! 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 Thank you very much, comrades. Thank you very much. Ningahlala phansi, Comrade Mandash. Ningahlala phansi maqaba. You can sit down. Thank you very much. Comrades, we will try and move faster sigqithe kwezi zinto.
I-guest zingamuva to the overflow.
Oh yes. Thank you there. Comrades, all guests are accommodated at Regent 1, Regent 2, Regent 3. Zonke indwendwe. Indawo yazo ikwa Regent 1, Regent 2, Regent 3. Manqale kuloo ndawo imani maqabe. Comrades, secondly, we are mindful of the fact that there are delegates outside. Ezingenandawo ngoku apha. And those delegates must come in. So we are looking at that. That's why I'm starting by saying, guests, Regent 1, 2, and 3. Because we've got to create space for delegates of the ANC. This, comrades, is a conference of the delegates of the ANC. Hlalani phansi maqabane. Hlalani phansi maqabane. Okay, thank you. Shh. Comrades, hayi sanuqalisa ukucula, sanumosha comrade, besivumelene uqala kwethu. You only sing when I order you to do that. So uhlalo has brought that to my attention. I'm raising. Sizayilandelela ke lonto. Kodwa ke lonto ayithethi ukuthi sizawuma. Masiqhube ngoku ngokwe messages of support. NEC address yenziwe and was anqinisekanga noba i-order naleyo. Comrades, is that an order? Can you say a microphone? Phaya nasi sasandla siphakamise incwadi. Comrades.
Mandla.
Oh, okay.
Mandla. Viva NC, viva. Comrade Chair, can I secure your undivided attention? Chair, I'm a branch delegate from Winnie Madikizela Mandela sub-region. My identity is Xolo, a branch delegate. Chair, in the ANC, we recognize a Congress as a very important school to be provided to delegates. And obviously, whoever accredited to participate in a Congress. In that sense, Chair, in the spirit of renewal, with the commitment to ensure that
Comrades,
we emerge here.
Uxolo, can you bambe any order, comrades? Comrade, ndiyacela raise. What is your order?
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, you are saying there are delegates outside. When we Chair, ndicela sihlalo udirect inkomfa to assist delegates ezingaphandle to get inside Congress. Usetyhole ukuhlala kwazo. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Comrade, that is exactly what I am doing. I brought it to your attention that there are delegates outside. Let us allow the messages of support so that by the time we start the business, we would have done with the messages of support. Maqabane, kaloku Maqabane inkomfa le. Phakamisani izandla. Musani ukuthetha nonke ixesha elinye. Londo izawuncedisana le nkomfa. So comrades, sit down comrades and raise your hands. Ndikwimeko indawo engathi phakamile kunani, I can see you. Microphone iphi? Microphone unike so ibambile. Ikona le comrade laba ngaphambili ime ngenyawo. Hlalani phansi Maqabane, hlalani phansi. Please, comrades, sit down. Thank you. Iza usichaze bongubani. Uvile mosa comrade yazichaza na uzichaze uthethe ke. Uze ne order.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Igama lam ndingunathi Nqoko. Ndisuka eWard 16 eWinnie Madikizela Mandela sub-region. I-region ibizwa ngokuba yi-Alfred Nzo, Chairperson. Chairperson, you just admitted that you have started the conference. Chair, may I get your attention?
Is a comrade not? My apologies for that, comrade not.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. You just admitted, Chair, that you started this conference while many delegates are outside. Now, ndicela ke chairperson wenze ngolu hlobo.
Ubuthe order ngoku iproposal. Sizadoptile rules. I'm just trying to raise that point because you said order, Chair.
No,
Ngoku
chairperson.
uneproposal.
No, chairperson, maybe you are mistaken. Akhange ndithi order. Ndiphakamise isandla because I wanted to contribute. Ndicela ke chairperson wenze ngolu hlobo to assist this conference. We agree that we remove all the guests ezikhona apha kule plenary, so that chairperson we are able to allow delegates to occupy their rightful place. Because chairperson, it is very unfortunate that even those delegates azikwazanga ukufumana a message from the national chairperson of the ANC because of many guests that are in this conference, chairperson.
Okay, Kwazela Comrade Ngoko, please.
Ndicela ke chairperson, before wenze nantoni, you direct all your guests to go to region 1, region 2, and region 3,
Okay, Comrade
as you have
Ngoko,
indicated.
thank you.
Thank you.
Comrades, it has been brought to my attention just now that in the passages and outside here, there are no more delegates. All delegates have come in. That's number one. Number two, comrades. Shalapandi, comrade. Shalapans. Number two, comrades. We will continue, we will deal with the issue of gas. We will continue to ask them to go out. I did raise that, Comrade Ngoko. So that is not forgotten, but the truth of the matter is that outside here now, there are no more delegates waiting to come inside. Comrades, thank you. Angingisekanga mundawo ninala khona comrade ngafuna ukuthi uye kuthetha. Imiyalbi lapho kunqoko imali bufune ba unqoko.
Nguziyanda Mahamnco, PCPC member African National Congress Youth League. Comrade Chair, this is the conference of the delegates, not conference of guests. You can't have the guests seated and have delegations standing there. We can't move to messages of supporting the guests, not the delegates. Comrade Chair, clear the house and then we move clean inside. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, comrades. Comrades, Inon Peter, Ellen Manskin Ming and Yao Clan Pakamisayo Makaban. Yanibon. Comrades, Manpin and Wele Woon comrades. The matter of gas is being handled. I hear your point. I was the first one to raise it. I do not understand why you do not trust that we are handling it. I do not, comrades. We raised it ourselves that there is a challenge here and we are addressing it. So please, comrade, can you bear with us? Please, comrades, can you bear with us? The hands continue to come, and I'm begging you, comrades, the issue of gas is being attended to. Can you please listen to us? Comrades, Magalok, kause microphone pa kula sisume ngenyawo 12 km shop. Comrades, there will come a time where I will not take any more hands.
Ayithethi lena. Iyathatha. Oh manibulise. Nguntombi ethemba wakwalawulo. Uphuma Max Madlingozi branch. Engqushwa. Uthunyiwe lisebe. Yi-delegate. Member in good standing. Chairperson. Silapha ngothunywa ngamasebe.
Comrades, kuko umntu ose-platforming, please give the person a respect that we gave to you. Hayi kaloku comrade man. Come comrade. There is someone on the floor. Are you sure he order? Please comrade. You had raised your hand earlier. That is now changing to becoming an order. It was a normal hand. Okay. Is there a second microphone here, comrades? Is there a second microphone? Because I hear order, smameli order. Ibambe ke sisi eyakho bingeyo order. Nansi order.
Sihlalo. Igama lam ndingumnangwe Jula. Delegate yamanyani kule conference. Raise a point of order. Kumama othi uyi-delegate yase-Max Madlingozi ndithi Sihlalo apha kwi-ANC ayikho i-region okuthiwa yi-Max Madlingozi misplaced makaye e-Max Madlingozi mhlambe kwenye indawo not apha nazo ke i-point of order Sihlalo.
Okay. Comrades, can we go back? Hi, Makaban. Makaban.
One.
I have done that over and over again. I've done that. But there are still delegates standing. So the only way in which we can either we take a few minutes and remove your gas decently and then they open up space to sit. Don't break it.
1, 2. So the sector, I was saying, Chair, there are still open chairs there. We need to get all those who are standing seated down so that we run to the lunch. When we go to lunch, we clear all those other issues in terms of our guests. You want to finish it? Yeah. Let's finish it. But there are open chairs there. So they must be able to be directed.
The problem is that those delegates standing there, the open chairs are in another region. They would want to come to their region.
And this activity must not allow these people to come and sit.
1.
Amandla ayihlale phansi ibambe umthetho. Amandla ngawethu. Comrades, firstly ndicela i-security singayivumeli le nto enziwa ngalama comrade, because we are addressing le nto yongabi nendawo yabo kohlala. Besithe mawungazoculelwa kule ndawo. Siyanicela ke ama-comrade niphakame niye phasi uzonikhangelela indawo zohlala nikulaa ndawo. Comrades, what we are doing now, comrades, please, let's be orderly and be disciplined. Because we said the plenary is starting at 10. And all delegates were expected to be here at 10. Well, they've arrived late. Imani, my comrade. Imani. Shh, Imani, my comrade. Now comrades have arrived late and are delegates in this conference. It's important for this conference to find them seats. Ndiyacela comrades, lama comrades asamileyo zisekhona i-vacancies bar eback kwezaa ndawo. Sicela ama-comrades abe ehlala phaa whilst we are looking for spaces. Every delegate is going to find a seat in this conference. This is a conference of branch delegates. They are our priority. We will prioritize them. That's why we were honestly pleading with our guests, because there's an overflow that has been created for our guests to sit comfortable on the screens, but also the contingent of the media that is here will have to really rationalize. They can also form part of that contingent that goes there, so that we open seats for delegates. This conference must continue with all delegates seated. We are pleading, comrades, that let's try to occupy all those seats so that we can see who has no seat. Please, let's do that with discipline and order. Thank you.
Amandla. 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 Comrades, firstly, I just want to request all the guests to come forward. You will come and sit here in front. All the guests, please come forward. Members of the PTT and the NEC, as and when they come, please let's allow them to sit here. Because comrades who are doing this because we have invited them to the conference. So even when we request them to leave, we must do it in a decent manner. And as you are aware, this is an open session. So we are requesting all of you guests, please come forward. Guests this side, who are guests, please come forward. Comrades, those who are standing, come and sit where the guests were sitting. Let's just start here, comrades. You at the back, comrades, wait. Let's start with these comrades who are here to come. At the back, please wait, so that we can see how many chairs are still here. At the back, comrades, please wait. Let's allow these comrades who are standing here first to sit, to occupy these chairs. Comrades, there are also chairs there on top. Those who are at the back can still use them. When we come back after lunch, we can sort the regional issues. Comrades who are guests, please help us come forward. All guests, oh okay, these ones are the veterans, comrades, let's respect them and allow them. Comrades, you can now see this is the available space that we have. So, comrades, please, those of you who have got seats there, please sit down. Let's only deal with those that are standing. Comrades, please. Comrades, please, whoever has a seat, sit down. Please. Comrades, whoever has a seat, sit down. Comrades, we have now occupied all the chairs here for the delegates. What we want to plead with you, comrades, is that let's use now the available space. When we come back in the closed session, we will ensure that everyone sits where they are supposed to sit. But for now, let's allow the chairperson to proceed with the program so that we are not delayed. When we come back for the closed session, we will sort out all the problems of the chairs so that everyone can sit where they are supposed to sit. All of us here who have allowed the space, you can see even the members of the PTT are standing. So comrades, please, let's allow the program director and the chairperson of the session to proceed with the program so that we can continue the business of the day. During the closed session, when we go out for lunch, we will sort out the problem of chairs. Comrade chairperson, please, let's proceed.
Comrades, we have tried and many comrades are sitting down, and Comrade Ronald is saying, when we come back from lunch, all delegates will have places to sit. Can we now continue, comrades, with our community? Thank you. Comrades, we want to call upon with the messages of support. That's where we are. Can we then call upon the Sanko to come and deliver a message of support. The South African National Civic Organization to come and deliver a message of support. Comrades, to all of those who are going to deliver messages of support due to time constraints without me putting time, please limit your messages of support. Kungenjalo ndininike ixesha kodwa andifuni ngokulimit it consciously.
Amandla! Amandla! Long live the Revolutionary Alliance led by the ANC. Long live! Long live SICP. Long live! Long live COSATU. Long live! Long live Veterans League. Long live! Long live Women's League. Long live! Long live Youth League. Long live! Enkosi Program Director. Ngikhahlele kwisikhokelo se-African National Congress ngokukhokelwa nguchairman uComrade uGwede Mantashe, umbimbi lwe-alliance nani delegates molweni. We are here as SANCO uzokunika i-message of support kule ngqungquthela ye-African National Congress ibaluleke kangaka. We want to tell you ukuthi indeed khange ibe indlela ululu ukufikelela lapha. There were challenges for obvious reasons. That Eastern Cape, as uChairperson echilo, likhaya lengqwele. This is the home of legend. We are here Maqabana suka kuNdlunkulu to tell you that in this province the alliance is intact. That is why in the local government elections of 2021 we have managed to retain this Buffalo City Metro. It's because of the intention of the alliance up in Eastern Cape. Esiyaziyo ke thina siyiSANCO asibizwa nje kwi-message of party. We are part of the alliance. Programs of action sisegrounding. We want to tell you Maqabane ukuthi we know at a national space there are challenges around the land of SANCO, but nokuyilungisa because we can't go without this SANCO. Comrades, this is an important gathering called a conference. Our understanding of a conference, Maqabane, is a platform where we take a stock. Ukuthi leminyaka imingaka sigqithileyo zindoni esizenzileyo to build this organization to improve the quality of life of our people, which is the agenda of this ANC that we know. We are here to take a stock, but unfortunately, in the process, there's gone an elections. As voted in. Now, all we want to tell you, Maqabane singatyanga xesha leni. Le nkomfa funeka siphume simanyene sakhe umbimbi le-alliance sakhe le-African National Congress. All what we know, Tina, as SANCO, is that the ANC is the heritage of the people of South Africa. Lilifa labantu baseMzantsi Afrika. Also, what we know is that leaders will come and go, but who is this lady? ANC, masses of our alliance. Because, comrades, ababengayaz, iSANCO,